Leader of the Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere Chief Ayo Adebanjo has again hit hard on the federal government's plan to establish farm estates in states across the country, insisting that such plan is not recognized by law and should be disregarded by state governors. Pa Adebanjo pointed out that the federal government has been trying to force open grazing on states using different ploys, saying that its recent proposal to establish farm estates across the country should be condemned and rejected in its entirety. The Afenifere leader maintained that the federal government failed in its ploy to establish Ruga colonies across the country and should not attempt to force the establishment of farm estates on states, adding that the Land Use Act empowers state governors to manage and control all lands in their state. Chief Adebanjo, while speaking during a telephone interview with Sunday Tribune, disclosed that if the federal government wants to promote farm estates, it should allow state governors who have the constitutional rights to dispense all lands to establish them, warning that the Buhari-led government should be reminded that he can't force it on states except the governor of the state accepts it. We are not under dictatorship but democracy. The elder statesman further berated the position of the federal government for its insistence on recovering non-existent grazing routes, saying, "It is on weak ground and the position is unconstitutional. That is why he doesn't want to do restructuring. The Land Use Act is a constitutional position, so he can't make it. He can't force it on any state. Buhari has no power under the constitution to force open grazing on any state." Meanwhile, in his reaction, Vice National President of the Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze in the Igbo, Chief Damian Okeke Ogene, has warned the federal government not to introduce the contentious open grazing policy through the back door. Okeke Ogene, who made his position known in an interview with Sunday Tribune in Oka, Anambra State, said, "Though farm estate is good, it must be operated in conjunction with the state governors for its smooth operation." Speaking further, the Ohanaeze Indigbo vice president argued that for the idea to work effectively without sentiment, the federal government should engage state governments that know their people and territory to manage the farm estates. "The policy is good. We welcome it in the southeast, but it should not be a plan that will bring in open grazing policy. Why is it a good idea? Is because it will create job opportunities for the youth. It will also curb criminal activities in the society." Okeke Ogene submitted. He advised governors, particularly governors from the southern states, to study the policy critically before keying into it for the sake of peace. Ohawe, the traditional ruler of Ihim Autonomous Community in Isiala Mbano local government area of Imo State, demanded for a clear interpretation of what farm estate is all about. He questioned the difference between grazing and ruga. He was of the view that those who breed cattle in the region should go ahead with what they have, while those who do not breed cattle should be left alone. Also reacting to the development, the president of the Coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders, which is an umbrella body of the youth organization in the Southeast Geopolitical Zone, Goodluck Igwe Ibem, said that such a plan should not be carried out in the region. He said farm estate has no meaning to the people of the zone, describing it as an attempt to twist the people of the zone. Also speaking, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, rubbished the idea, calling it another attempt by the Buhari government to enforce open grazing. According to him, the government can't insist on having grazing routes in states as all lands belong to the state. Gani Adams, in an interview with Sunday Tribune, maintained that the federal government should respect the principle of the three tiers of government and should not attempt to impose its wish on the state and local governments. This plan by the government can't work. They can't insist on it. It will be the beginning of anarchy. It can even lead to war if the governors are determined. The governors don't know how powerful they are. They interface with the citizens, but the federal government does not, he said. President Muhammadu Buhari has been trying all routes. Ruga did not work, we remember. forest grazing reserves did not work. Now he's talking about farm estates. Farm estates again. Why not use those forests infested by Fulani bandits as farm estates and use it to generate VAT in northern states instead of beating around the bush? He's looking for farm estate. There are forests that are being occupied by these bandits that he does not want to proscribe their activities, that he doesn't want to proscribe them as terrorists. He's proscribed the activities of IPOB, but bandits that have been kidnapping innocent people, killing innocent citizens. He doesn't want to do that. Nigerians are stating to him that you look no further. If you're looking for farm estates, use those forests, the ones where Boko Haram, where they are occupying, chase them out and use those ones. You know, this is something serious that we're dealing with, and the various leaders from these various regions have spoken. But Adebanjo spoke on behalf of Afenifere, which is the Yoruba social cultural political group. He's also the leader of that group. Ohanaeze did the same. Gani Adams did the same. All of them pointing out that what President Muhammadu Buhari is planning to do is something that will tear the country apart, and that he cannot force this on the states. But these guys that are speaking, is the position of the governors have a lot to go a long way. Like Gani Adams stated that the governors don't know how powerful they are. If the governors in unity resist this action, it will not happen. That is the thing. But we have governors who are saboteurs. We have governors who are loyalists to President Muhammadu Buhari, who would always do his bid, most probably so that their sins will be wiped off. You know what's happening with the APC right now. If you're on the other side, and you have some skeletons in your cupboard, your slate is so dirty, you want them wiped off, all you need to do is to cross over to the All Progressive Congress. So those sort of governors, what we are going to be expecting is that they will not even stand for the people. They will not be able to speak for the people, because they are all thinking about their personal interests, what they want to gain, how their names will be probes will be taken off them, rather than doing the right thing. Adebanjo is stating that, except come out openly to tell us that you're a dictator, but under democracy it will not work, because the governors have to give the go ahead. You have to liaise with the government, the state governors. I mean, so you need to liaise with the state governors. Buhari cannot just come from Abuja to say, yes, we're coming to this state, we're coming to Imo State, we're coming to Anambra, Delta State, and this is what we're taking, and the governor will just be looking. That means the governor is a puppet. The governors, that means they're just puppets. It should not be that way. Well, these various leaders, they've spoken against Buhari's plans. We'll see how all of this goes. Let's hear your take down below. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.